Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Weapon XXJ. Today we're gonna do my entire Gensesis collection. I think it's gonna be a couple videos long. I'm probably just gonna do it, all my games, and try to edit it together later. So if one of the videos ends abruptly and the other one starts abruptly, I apologize, but I'm trying to cut it, in between games from one video to the other. Hopefully it doesn't take too many videos, but I plan to give my 2 cents on every game, kind of like my memories of it, whatnot. So it might be a while. Let's see. What you saw right there at the beginning, the little intro with the music I plan to have, which is where I'm sitting in this. I was pointing the camera at where I'm going to sit. I got my games around me here. I'm just going to show them and talk about them, about my entire Genesis collection. Before I start, I wanted to say something. You may have heard me say that, oh yeah, this is one of the games I had when I was a kid, and I got it on eBay really cheap like a week ago. The reason I say that is none of my collection is original from when I was a kid. I'm trying to buy all the games that I used to have when I was a kid, just because we never held on to them for whatever reason. It was like we didn't have that many games when I was a kid, but when we got a system, like we had Nintendo, and when we'd ask for a Sega every year, or Super Nintendo, whatever my mom would afford at the time. When we got it, she was like, okay, there's no reason to have a Nintendo anymore. Let's give it to your cousin, whatever. And at the time, me and my brother Billy, we were like, okay, screw it, we got a Sega, thanks, Mom. But now in retrospect, you look back on it, and now that I'm a game collector and I love all the games I used to play, why did I give that crap away? I wish I had it. So that's what I'm buying it all back now, and that's what that means. So when I say I got on eBay recently, I did have it when I was a kid, and I just have it again, and that's the whole plan of why I'm collecting all these games now. Now I've gone way beyond what I had when I was a kid. I didn't have all these when I was a kid. I maybe had 20 games when I was a kid, if that. Now I've got tons because I support myself, and I'm collecting like a retard, spending all this cash. So without further ado, I'm sorry for the long intro, but here is Weapon X's Sega Genesis collection. I'm going to start with EA games. None of these are in any particular order except for EA games because they don't fit in my awesome little drawer that I keep all my games in. So they're kind of separate by themselves because EA games are slightly taller. A lot of them are EA Sports games. Imagine that. So here we go. FIFA Soccer, 1995. Just got this recently, and a game lot that came with the Sega Nomad that I bought. I played it briefly when I was a kid. Haven't played it much now. Don't really like sports games hugely, especially soccer, but it's pretty fun. So that's that. NHL 98. This is really late in the Genesis. I think they even had this on PS1. And I think I remember playing it on PS1 and it was better. But it's a good hockey game. All these games are good. There's no bad EA Sports games back in the day. NHL 96, just like 98, but 2 years crappier. EA Sports Triple Play. I think this is not officially licensed by the MLB, so there's not actual teams on it. I think there's a California team. I think I was looking for San Francisco, and I ended up fighting California. So I played as the entire state of California. Madden 97, best franchise EA ever produced. Madden, of course. The one I had when I was a kid is 95. I don't have that now. It's the only one of the only games I had when I was a kid that I don't have now. But Madden 97 was 2 years later. Slightly sharper graphics, whatnot. Madden 98, another year later, pretty much the same game. This is why they don't fit, by the way. EA puts its tab on it, and they're taller than normal Genesis cartridges. Here's a normal cartridge. So they don't fit in my drawer. It's no good. NBA Live 98. I think this was on PS1. It's late in the Genesis. Bulls versus Lakers NBA playoffs. really long title. I don't know why they picked these particular teams, but this game I did have when I was a kid, and it's one of my. I got some memories for it. Cool thing about this game was each team had like an all-star type player. Like the Rockets had Akeem Olajuwon, I think. At the time, what was this? 1991. Holy balls! Michael Jordan for the Bulls, of course. And they had like a signature move, and all you had to do was be at a certain part of the key. I think I have the instruction manual for this one too somewhere. A certain part of the key when you're doing a layup / slam dunk, and then they'll perform a signature move. And it had a picture of it in the instruction manual of where you can do it. And Michael Jordan, they had the air reverse. So if you're running along the top of the key, and you hold A to do a drive or a slam dunk, then he does a signature move, which is air reverse, which he kind of like goes if he's gonna dunk, and when he gets to the basket, he tucks in, goes under, and then throws backwards like this. He doesn't dunk backwards, but he throws it backwards, and then does a reverse layup. So it was awesome because they had signature moves like that, and I can't remember any other game that had that, and each team had one. Sean Kemp for the Supersonics, I think, at the time. Lots of classic players, like, when I was a kid. Good times. There's that. Here's non-sports electronic arts games. First one being a gem, if anyone knows what it is. A lot of people probably do, a lot of people probably don't. It's called General Chaos. It's kind of like a strategy type game. You control a small army of around 5 people, I think. And you have like units. There's like machine gunner, a flamethrower, a grenade thrower, medic. Well, not a medic, but you can call in a medic. You pick like a team, and then you go out and you find another team. And there's kind of chaos, kind of control everything, for lack of a better word, general chaos. Then you fight another team of these various classes also, and you try to win. You try to control everyone. It's hard to control. You can switch between people. Hand-to-hand combat breaks out, and you gotta like do a little mini game, kind of like in the middle of like a hockey game on Sega. Like the play will stop, and then you'll punch each other out until somebody falls. It's really good, really hard, really. You probably read like a game fact online if you want when you get this game, just to learn everything so you don't miss anything. But it's fun. General Chaos. Techno Clash. This is a game I never heard of. But I saw it on eBay and I read about it and I kind of wanted to get it. It's kind of top-down, like action role-playing game, kind of. It's about technology versus magic type people in the future. Actually, the future / past. I think the people from the future go back to the past and kind of fight the magic people. And they're like, "What's this technology?" And the technology people are like, "What's this magic?" And so it's like robots versus magic, and it's pretty fun. It's like a top-down game. There's tons of spells that you just shoot out. You shoot some type of laser or something. It's like having different guns in Contra, but it's really different kinds of magic that you shoot out. It's a really fun game, kind of unique, but I like it. The Haunting. This is a very original game. It's not, I don't know, it doesn't really have a genre. You're a ghost. His name's Polter Guy. And you haunt a family. You use the environment. You can go into like their chair, and then when the dad walks by the chair, open up the chair into huge jaws like Beetlejuice style, and then blah, and scare the shit out of them. And then you gotta scare everyone in the house until they move out of the house, and then you follow them to their new house and scare the shit out of them some more. And each house is like a new level. It's a pretty crazy game. Very original. Haunting, starring Poltergeist.